Life and death are a great matter. Impermanence is swift. Suji, with your great compassion and kindness, I now respectfully ask you to confer upon me the great precepts.
I am honored to confer these precepts upon you. The great precepts of all Buddha have been protected and maintained by all Buddhas. There is mutual bestowal from Buddha to Buddha. There is mutual transmission from ancestor to ancestor. Receiving these precepts surpasses 3 stages of time. Verifying accordance with them is continuous throughout the past and present. Our great teacher, Shakyamuni Buddha, conferred them upon Maka Kashapa, and Maka Kashapa conferred them upon Ananda, and so on. In this way, the precepts have been legitimately transmitted to me. Now I transmit these precepts to you, through which you will respectfully repay Buddhas and ancestors for the depth of their benefits and everlasting, and become a leader for human and heavenly beings. After all, you are able to inherit the wisdom life of Buddhas and ancestors. I take refuge in the Buddha, I take refuge in the Dharma, and I take refuge in the Sangha. I take refuge in all the Buddhas and ancestors.
Adjusting her kesa from left shoulder to right shoulder signifies the words that Reverend Shuji will now speak will be spoken as the Buddha.
I sit on Vairocana Buddha's lotus flower seat, which has 1,000 petals, and upon which 1,000 Buddhas were born and will be born into the future. I sit on Vairocana Buddha's lotus flower seat, which has 1,000 petals, and upon which 1,000 Buddhas were born and will be born into the future. I sit on Vairocana Buddha's lotus flower seat, which has 1,000 petals, and upon which 1,000 Buddhas were born and will be born into the future.
and while nonsenskara is sprinkling everyone with wisdom water, I shall recite the ancestors. Vivatsi Butsu Daio Sho, Mikasha Butsu Daio Sho, Ananda Daio Sho, Shona Washu Daio So, Uba Kikuta Daio Sho, Dai Taka Daio Sho, Mishaka Daio Sho, Batsu Butsu Daio Sho, Butsunananda Daio Sho, Funomita Daio Sho, Arshiva Daio Sho, Funya Yasha Daio Sho, Anabote Daio Sho, Kabimora Daio Sho, Nagarhara Juna Daio Sho, Kanada Iba Daio Sho, Raghurata Daio Sho, So Nananda Daio Sho, Kayashata Daio Sho, Kumarata Daio Sho, Shayata Daio Sho, Pashubanzu Daio Sho, Manura Daio Sho, Kakura Kuna Daio Sho, Shishibo Dai Daio Sho, Vashashita Daio Sho, Funyomita Daio Sho, Hanyatara Daio Sho, Bodhida Ruma Daio Sho, Taisoeka Daio Sho, Kanshiso San Daio Sho, Dai Doshin Daio Sho, Dai Konin Daio Sho, Daikon Eno Daio Sho, Seigen Goshi Daio Sho, Setiko Kizan Daio Sho, Yakusan Igen Daio Sho, Ungan Dojo Daio Sho, Tozan Ryoko Daio Sho, Ungan Doyo Daio Sho, Doan Hohi, Dohi Daio Sho, Doan Kanshi Daio Sho, Rozan Enkon Daio Sho, Tozaki Sei Daio Sho, Funyo Dokai Daio Sho, Tankai Sojin Daio Sho, Shoryo Seiyo Daio Sho, Tendo Sakuko Daio Sho, Setko Kizan Daio Sho, Tendo Nyojo Daio Sho, Eihei Dogen Daio Sho, Koan Eijo Daio Sho, Tetsugi Kai Daio Sho, Keizan Jokin Daio Sho, Meiho Sosetsu Daio Sho, Shugan Dojin Daio Sho, Tetsan Shikaku Daio Sho, Keigen Esho Daio Sho, Chukan Ryo Un Daio Sho, Daizan Tonin Daio Sho, Jakukoken Ryu Daio Sho, Kyogan Ho Yo Daio Sho, Daishisan Season Daio Sho, Koke Sojin Daio Sho, Sesso Yu Ho Daio Sho, Keigen Genju Daio Sho, Sozun Shun Sho Daio Sho, Kyozan Genki Daio Sho, Fukuchi Koji Daio Sho, Myodo Yutan Daio Sho, Hakuho Gen Keki Daio Sho, Geshu Soko Daio Sho, Teturo Ryoko Daio Sho, Mokushu Soen Daio Sho, Gokakukan Ge Daio Sho, Genko Sokaku Daio Sho, Kyozan Baizen Daio Sho, Sozan Shincho Daio Sho, Yozan Genkei Daio Sho, Kyogen Daisho Daio Sho, Jikai Dainin Daio Sho, Zozen Shokin Daio Sho, Koen Edo Daio Sho. When I chant the ancestors, Daio Sho means great teacher. Namu Ki Butsu, Namu Kai Butsu, Namu Ki. I'll start that again. Namu Ki Butsu, Namu Ki Ho, Namu Ki So. From generation to generation, all Buddhas and ancestors have repeated and transmitted the triple treasures, Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, and as a disciple of the Buddha, Sonshin, from now on till ever after, even after acquiring Buddhahood, will you take refuge in the triple treasure?
Yes, I will.
I take refuge in the Buddha.
I take refuge in the Buddha.
I take refuge in the Dharma.
I take refuge in the Dharma.
I take refuge in the Sangha.
I take refuge in the Sangha.
I take refuge in the Buddha as a perfect teacher.
I take refuge in the Buddha as the perfect teacher.
I take refuge in Dharma as a complete teaching.
I take refuge in the Dharma as the complete teaching.
I take refuge in the Sangha as a perfect community.
I take refuge in the Sangha as the perfect community.
I completely have taken refuge in the Buddha.
I have completely taken refuge in the Buddha.
I have completely taken refuge in the Dharma.
I have completely taken refuge in the Dharma.
I have completely taken refuge in the Sangha.
I have completely taken refuge in the Sangha.
Thus you have received the triple treasures. Next, you should receive the 3 collective pure precepts. With purity of heart, I vow to abstain from unwholesomeness.
With purity of heart, I vow to abstain from the unwholesome.
From now on, even after acquiring Buddhahood, will you continually observe it?
Yes, I will.
With purity of heart, I vow to do the wholesome.
With purity of heart, I vow to do the wholesome.
From now on, even after acquiring Buddhahood, will you continue to observe it?
Yes, I will.
With purity of heart, I vow to benefit all beings.
With purity of heart, I vow to benefit all beings.
From now on, even after obtaining Buddhahood, will you continually observe it?
Yes, I will.
I have bestowed the 3 collective precepts upon you. From now on, even after acquiring Buddhahood, will you continue to observe them?
Yes, I will.
These are the 10 grave prohibitory precepts. A disciple of the Buddha abstains from willfully taking life.
A disciple of the Buddha abstains from the willful taking of life.
A disciple of the Buddha abstains from stealing.
A disciple of the Buddha abstains from stealing.
A disciple of the Buddha abstains from indulging in sexual
A
greed.
disciple of the Buddha abstains from indulging in sexual greed.
A disciple of the Buddha abstains from telling
A
lies.
disciple of the Buddha abstains from telling lies.
A disciple of the Buddha abstains from selling the wine of delusion.
The disciple of the Buddha abstains from selling the wine of delusion.
A disciple of the Buddha abstains from speaking ill of others.
A disciple of the Buddha abstains from speaking ill of others.
A disciple of the Buddha abstains from extolling self while slandering others.
A disciple of the Buddha abstains from extolling the self while slandering others.
A disciple of the Buddha abstains from being disrespectful and withholding the
A
Dharma.
disciple of the Buddha abstains from being disrespectful or withholding of the Dharma.
A disciple of the Buddha abstains from harboring of hatred, malice, and ill will.
A disciple of the Buddha abstains from harboring or hatred, malice, or ill will.
A disciple of the Buddha abstains from denouncing the triple treasure.
A disciple of the Buddha abstains from denouncing the triple treasures.
These are the 10 grave prohibitory precepts. From now on, even after acquiring Buddhahood, will you continually observe them?
Yes, I will.
In this way, you shall keep the precepts. I have offered Sonshin the master's seat. All sentient beings, by receiving the Buddha's precepts, enter into the life of the Buddha. Then you have a great awakening, the same as Buddha. You are truly a child of the Buddha.
As part of my studies this week, along with 2 other scrolls about equal in length, I had to write out the names of all of my ancestors, dating all the way back to Buddha, with ink and brush. See, it starts here with Shakyamuni Buddha, all the way down, Wei Nun, Dogen, down to Suji, my teacher, and myself, Sonshin. And connecting is a bloodline that crosses through every name and then back around to the top all the way to Buddha, creating a circle. Before I fold this up and put it away, I'm going to be displaying it on the wall if anybody would like to see it at any point after the service. Thank you. Life and death are the great matter. Impermanence is swift. Suji, with your great compassion and kindness, I now humbly present myself to receive the Dharma transmission of Buddhas and ancestors.
I'm honored to pass on to you this Dharma transmission in the same manner in which Buddha held up the lotus flower and Ma Kakashapa smiled. wonderful assistant with my knees today. Sonshin is doing 9 vows today. This last vow is as student to teacher. And now we're back on these cameras.
Life and death are the great master. Impermanence is swift. Sujiroshi, with your great compassion and kindness, I now respectfully ask to be accepted into the life vein of Buddhas and ancestors.
The Dharma gate of these face-to-face transmission of Buddhas and ancestors is now realized.
I deeply appreciate your kindness, your great compassion, and your great sympathy.
There has come to be mutual transmission in the direct descent from the Tathagata up to myself, the 83rd generation. I now give this transmission to you, the world honored one. Shakyamuni and Mahakasapa did it like this. The treasure of the true Dharma I is completely transmitted in this way. You should protect and maintain it well forever, and on all occasions, and not allow it to become extinct.
I deeply appreciate your kindness, your great compassion, and your great sympathy.
Now I'm going to offer Sonshin some objects of their new role here at the temple. This is your new 7-row kesa. The exquisite form of Gautama is the robe transmitted by this school, which has become to be directly transmitted to you. Now I confer it upon you. You should protect and maintain it well forever on all occasions. Do not allow it to become extinct. As everything, there's a specific way we fold the robe to keep the clean sides inside so it never gets dirty and it never really touches the floor. Next, I'm giving Sonshin their oryoki bowls. Oryoki will be his their what they eat out of, and oryoki means just enough. The round wet head of Gautama is the Dharma bowl of this school. Which has come to be directly transmitted to me. Now I confer to you. You will protect and maintain it forever on all occasions and not allow it to become extinct. I'm presenting Sonshin with their zagu now. Use it to protect your kesa. The protection of the is the Gautama of this zagu of this school, which has come directly transmitted to me. Now I confer it to you. You should protect and maintain it forever and not allow it to become extinct. Now I'm offering Sonshin their small kesa, which is we call a rakasu. I give to you the rakasu, the heart of Gautama. This has come directly transmitted to me. Now I confer it to you. You should protect it and maintain it forever on all occasions and not allow it to become extinct. If you were here last week, you recognize this. The Shipei. These are the arms of Gautama, the Shipei of the school, which is directly transmitted down to me. I transmit to you. I confer it now upon you. You should protect and maintain it forever on all occasions and not allow it to become extinct. And we have one more lineage paper. In the authentic vein of Gautama are the Daije papers, the secret writings of this school, which has come directly and transmitted from me to you. Now I confer it upon you. You should protect and maintain it well forever on all occasions and not allow it to become extinct. The precept teachings of the school, as well as all the texts of the school, I confer to you one by one. You should protect and maintain them well forever on all occasions and not allow them to become extinct.
Thank you, everybody, for coming. We are having a potluck downstairs, and I hope to see all of you. I know this week was a little different. I'm going to offer one thing. I'm going to go off script a little bit. We haven't done joys and concerns for the last week because I've kind of taken over. But I would like to open that up, if you don't mind. Could we do some of those? Sure. So if you have a joy or a concern, if you just want to raise your hand.
My brother recently, a year and a half ago, died, and his son, Benny, took over his business. So my hope and our thoughts are with him that his business is run by both compassion and wisdom, and that their son, Bo, who's temporarily not feeling well, recovers quickly. Thank you.
I guess this is a joy. I've been coming to a lot of positive realizations about my autonomy and sort of being like an individual, I guess. And stoicism has helped me a bit. Yeah, and also coming here. So, yeah.
Hello, Sangha. I have a joy. I'll be traveling internationally in the next couple of weeks, and I'm really looking forward to it. I'll be heading to England, and I hope that my journey is very nice and is a very pleasurable journey.
I just wanted to celebrate a great joy. Excuse me. Spent about 24 hours with my granddaughter. She was 9 months old, and her mother, and she just brought me great joy and happiness. And it was wonderful to see the circle of life complete like that. So it gave me much peace and joy to share with others.
Good morning, Sangha. My name is Joesh Su, or you can call me Shane. I have many joys to share. I'll try to keep it short, but so grateful to be able to witness this Dharma transmission. It is very auspicious, and to have lunch with Shuji or dinner the other day was really sweet at Le Kebab. It's our thing. We always take a picture afterwards. My partner just got a promotion as a assistant manager. I just got a promotion at my job, $8 raise, really huge. And yesterday I was able to lead a meditation at a sober camp at Pine River, midnight meditation. Up last night and drove an hour from Luther, an hour and a half, so I could make it here. So grateful for everyone. Thank you.
Hello, Sangha. I have a joy and a concern. Well, I have a joy and a pain. I was in the hospital Tuesday night with kidney stones. They weren't quite sure what the heck was going on, but they decided that I passed them without knowing it. It was amazing. That pain really gets your attention. But I didn't have to have an operation at the last minute. They decided not. And I got to sleep in my own bed the next day. And that is a real joy. And gratitude is overflowing.
Hello, Sangha. My name is Ben. I have a joy to share. This week I am celebrating 1 year post-transplant and 1 year cancer-free. Thank you.
Hello, I'm a teacher. I get the privilege of working with 7th and 8th grade students, and we're coming up at the end of the year. And I've been doing a lot of reflecting on who they were at the beginning of the year, who they are now, and it's just been really, really rewarding to see the people that they have become throughout the year, and that is the greatest joy I've found this year. So.
Good morning, everybody. I have a little bit of both at the same time. So my older brother is going to be moving to Argentina next month. So it's going to be a really big change for me and my family. So I really just wish him all of the best in health and that his trip goes really smoothly and that he's able to quickly adapt to life over there.
My name is Angel. My concern is my son is just having a really hard year. And I'm continuing to figure out how to navigate myself so I can be helpful for him and care for myself and see that as an act of love so I can really show up for him. A joy is my niece just graduated from Montana State University and moved back home. And I felt a lot of separation from my family of origin for a while, especially the past couple of years. But having her home, I'm just feeling a different sense of connection and support in some of those relationships that feels really healthy and not codependent, but just loving and supportive. And I'm just feeling a lot of gratitude for that, especially as I can just witness how constantly changing all of these things we think are really static are in our relationships, and helps me to hold everything a little more loosely. So thank you.
Hello, Sangha. My name is Eric. I have a joy. My mom was going through quite a bit of depression for the last about month and a half, and she stopped going to work for quite a while too. But now she's feeling better. She did her first week back to work, and she's been out doing lawn stuff, and she's feeling a lot better. So I'm feeling a lot better that she's getting out and enjoying the sunshine.
Hello, everyone. Nanda Pulabava. I have a concern. A good friend of mine, well, it's been developing into a good friendship, struggles with seizures. And that's really concerning, and trying to figure out how to navigate that and the right medicines. It's really scary. So if you'd hold him in my heart, or your hearts, that'd be really appreciated. Two joys. Yesterday, I went to on a hike on Man Park with Steve. And Steve is hilarious. We just have so much fun when we're together. And the other joy was this really beautiful moment. I get to hug Sonshin when they were working, I think, on that on Monday. And I was just radiating sympathetic joy. But then after I hug you, it was like this peace. I don't know if it was you or if it was me, but it was just this really gentle, sweet energy. And I was like basking in it for a few minutes. I think it was you, but but it was a really meaningful experience. I'm really grateful for that.
My joy is meaningful hugs. For sure.
Good morning, Sangha. My name is Jyoti. I just wanted to say that today I am thankful for my family of blood and of water, near and far.
Hi, my name is Kaylee, and I'm going to try not to get emotional because I always do so easily. But I have a concern for Patrick Leola's family, and I want us to all have our thoughts with them right now. So, yeah.
Hello, I'm Nathan. Me and my husband Robert have kittens. Yes, this is why people do this stuff. I'm actually allergic to cats, so it's gonna be fine. But it's been a huge source of joy to have. They're only 10 weeks old and they're learning everything. I see now why people do this stuff. They're tearing up my furniture and giving me eye sweats all the time, but we love them so much. So just great joyfulness for that. And this was a huge source of joy to be a part of this transmission too. So thanks for letting us witness.
I have a concern for Nathan's suffering.
No, nothing online. My name is Changosu. I just wanted to share. I heard a cat story. Yes. This morning, somebody was coming out of the cat cafe. They walked in with an empty carrier, and Nasanskara saw them, and I saw them. So I was taking trash out. They had a cat in the carrier, and he was talking to the cat and like, "Let's go home, buddy." I said, "Oh, who's this?" And he shared the cat's name. I don't recall the name, but he told me that the cat had just come from Beirut. And he had the cat's passport in its pocket, and apparently the cat, as well as other people, experience the same type of suffering where we're being bombed, literally bombed. And so this cat just had a lot of gratitude for that whole encounter and wanted to share it. So, yeah. But they looked very happy together.
Well, I'll also share a concern. This last week, we found that our air is no longer working on the day that I have to wear like 7 layers. So, so we'll see that change. But I'm also happy to see some new faces here. I don't know if I should say I'm sorry or you're welcome, because this was very different from our usual Sunday mornings. So maybe don't judge us on this, or do. I don't know. Go for it. I also hope to see a lot of you downstairs. If you've never been to a Buddhist potluck, we have the best food. And so I hope I can talk to more of you there. With that, we don't have our usual setup, but I'm going to hit the gong and we're going to take a couple minutes just to hold all this in. All right? Sure.
It is such a pleasure to be back here at the Grand Rapids Buddhist Temple. I am so happy you're growing, you're happy, and you guys have an amazing Sangha. Hold it in your hearts, an amazing teacher, even if I say so myself, and just realize how precious this is. You have a beautiful place here, beautiful people. So thank you for allowing me to come and be part of it today.